Welcome back to the Intuitive Mentor Mom podcast, where we explore strategies for growing confidence, empowerment, and gaining clarity for midlife moms. When life is happening for you and not to you, you can be living the life of freedom, fun, and bliss. I'm your host, Tara Michelle. Let's get to it. Welcome back to the show. I'm so excited to be with you guys here today. So, on the last episode, I talked about we were gonna move into balance and the importance of balancing our lives. But what if I told you that gratitude is the key to the fountain of youth? What if I told you that gratitude extends your life? What if I told you that having a daily practice of full-blown gratitude is really the key to a life of full joy and fulfillment? So I want to talk about that today. And we're going to add a small piece of balance, but reason why I'm bringing this up and the reason why I feel this is important to talk about is because it's Thanksgiving next week. And that was something that it dawned on me. I was like, oh my gosh, we're in the holidays. Thanksgiving is coming. Thanksgiving is like tomorrow, not literally, but it's in a few days. Let's see. At the time that this episode comes out, it will be in 4 days. And the cool thing is this year, Thanksgiving lands on my birthday. And I'm just going to have fun with that this year because so many times I have never been excited that my birthday falls on a holiday every 5 years. It was one of those things when you're little, when you're little, you want to celebrate your birthday, right? It's a big deal. It's like exciting. You're like, I'm alive. Yay. I get presents. Of course, that's like, the American way. We get all excited about the presents, right? But as a little person, my birthday always fell somewhere in this holiday, and it would turn out to not be exciting for me because often I couldn't have a party during that time because, of course, we were with our family. And of course, other kids were with their families. So it either had to become before the holiday or after the holiday, or sometimes my experience was that people would just forget about my birthday. So it was not one that was super exciting for me. However, fast forward however many years it's been, I finally come to the point and the place where it really is a time for me to celebrate and to be truly grateful for all that is. And one of my mentors has me write out a list, the birthday truck list, like all the things that I want to create, all the things that I desire, all the things that I wish for. And, so I've really turned my birthday around like it's an opportunity to really celebrate who I am and celebrate this really beautiful gift of life. So, with that said, this episode is really going to be about the power of gratitude and the gift of life that gives you, the gift of life that gratitude brings you. And many of you probably already know this. Many of you have heard, there's so many videos and movies and all kinds of things out there about gratitude. And it has been scientifically proven that gratitude will extend your life. How about that? Scientifically proven. And I'm going to touch a little bit about that science in this episode. And I really want all of you that are listening, the biggest thing I want you to take away from this episode is just that right now in life, as it is, as we're experiencing it, it's a very tumultuous time on our planet. We are probably at the precipice of like the most amazing transformation because we are transforming a paradigm. We are transforming generations of generational breakdowns, violence, hatred, loss, lack, all of it. Like we are breaking down abuse, all of these generational patterns of conversations that no longer serve humanity, conversations that no longer serve you, who you are. Like that's where we're at. And there's a few ways that you can look at life right now. Because remember, this show is about life is happening for us, right? It's happening for you. It is happening for us. If we were to look at it as happening for us, this is an opportunity to make a shift and a transformation and really shift the way we see our lives. So, with that said, I need to keep myself on track here because I get all excited about this about this topic of gratitude and the science behind it and how you literally can extend your life. You can remove wrinkles off your face. You can remove and shed weight that you're carrying, dead weight, whether it's energetically or physically or all of the above. I don't know if have you ever known somebody who want to say kind of toxic. And when you would see them, like you could just see it, you just see it all over their face. You can just see it. And the moment they look at you, it's like you can feel it. And maybe you don't know somebody, but you've seen those people in the world, right? And the reason why I say, do you know somebody is because have you ever seen that person have a transformation such that maybe they started doing self-development work? Maybe they started doing a deep dive on really owning and healing and restoring the self-discovery within them, right? Healing all of the parts that were no longer, working for them, or healing all the parts that hurt. And then you see them after, their face is lighter, their skin changes, their eyes are softer. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that? I've seen it. Not only have I seen it myself, but I've seen it in other people, and it's amazing. And I just came across some information about how that happens. And really, it's gratitude. Gratitude can truly be the fountain of youth in your life. So let's get to that. Okay. Because I'm just gonna keep getting excited. So I knew that I wanted to talk about life balance because life balance is important and life balance is super important. And we will talk about that. And I myself this week had to balance life so delicately. And I did hit a little bit of a under the weather kind of thing. I've got a thing that's trying to come out of my body and I am moving it out. But it was a delicate balance of life this week with new jobs, job opportunities, job offers, basketball games for my son, homework for my son, work, not to mention the new job, the old job, as I'm transitioning out of that. And then this new opportunity, a new job opportunity coming on my plate, all these things this week. Oh, and the Bunko group. Yes, I hosted Bunko this week at my house. Yes, I play Bunko and it's a lot of fun. And don't laugh, anybody who's going to laugh out there. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, totally juggling, learning how to balance. But inside of the balance, the thought of gratitude came up. It's a time of giving thanks. Thanksgiving is upon us. We just had a big election. A lot of people are probably feeling all kinds of different places. And you know what? You can choose to let the election either drag you down or make you happy, whichever way you're sitting, okay? Whichever way you're sitting. You can choose during this Thanksgiving holiday to allow all of that noise to diminish your space and get in your way and drive your outlook on life, if that's your choice. But I'm going to encourage and ask you to make a new choice. Do not allow any of that outside noise. Now, some people are celebrating. I'm celebrating. Some people are celebrating, okay? Some people aren't celebrating. They're going to let that whole thing, that whole day in November, drive them to God knows what. But I'm going to say it's Thanksgiving, y'all. It's time to turn all of that energy into what you can be grateful for and what you can give thanks for. And to who? Who can you be grateful for? Who can you be thankful for? And what thankfulness will you just be, thanking God for? So, a little bit about the science of where this comes from, or I shouldn't say where gratitude comes from, but what gratitude can do to the body. So if you're familiar with Bruce Lipton, and are any of you familiar with Bruce Lipton? I love Bruce Lipton so much. He's a quantum physicist, and he's just a brilliant scientist. And he's written so many amazing books. The Biology of Belief is one of my favorite ones. But I wanted to really hear his take on gratitude. And so I went and did a little search and found a little video and found a few more videos and then kept doing a little more diving into the videos. And I learned about telomeres and telomerase, I think is what it's called, or telomeres and telomerase is what it's called. So the telomeres are these extensions on the end of every chromosome. And these telomeres live at the tips of the chromosomes. They don't program, okay? They don't do anything like that. They're just extenders. They're extra extensions on the chromosome. When DNA begins losing the telomeres, the aging process begins. And how these telomeres get clipped off or how they get removed or how we lose them, okay? Each time a cell divides, a little bit of that telomere gets broken off, okay? Now, there's a pretty deep science into how and why that occurs. I'm not going to get into that right now. However, they started to look at, well, if that's the case, if each time a cell divides, comes out, a new cell comes out, these telomeres get broken off each time. Well, then what does that mean? How many times before all the telomeres are gone and the body just completely, the aging like really begins to break down? And there was a scientist who figured it out. I wish I wrote down his name. I did not write down his name. I'll put it in the show notes though. Okay. It was 120 years. Okay. Now, we all know that we live in a life right now in a world where it's not common for people to live 120 years, at least not in this country. Okay. It does happen in some countries, not in our country. It's not common. And there's a reason why. Now, what they also found was, well, is there a way to get these extensions back? Well, yes. Then another scientist who name I did not write down, but I will put in the show notes. There's another scientist name, a woman scientist that came on the map and discovered that there's telomerase. And the telomerase are what activate and create the telomeres to grow extensions. Okay? Now, that was your little 1 second blip of science information told by the non-scientist. Okay, so these little telomeres, basically, it's these telomeres live on the ends of our chromosomes. So when cells divide, when a new cell comes out, it clips off a piece of that telomere. Well, then there's the telomerase, who, when activated properly and are told to do their job, will go and create more of the telomeres. Okay. So it creates more of that extension. What that means when that happens is that cells can just continue to divide, continue to divide, continue to divide, continue to divide. Now, it does not mean that we live forever, right? But it means that you can lengthen the time of life, or you can lengthen that youthful experience in your body. Well, here's the key. So how do you activate the telomerase so that they are creating more of these extensions? Because if you think about your life right now, how many of those extensions have been clipped off? Well, who knows? Like a lot, right? However many years you're standing here. Now, what happens is what we want to do is we want to activate those to create more youthful experience in the body, in the cells. How do you do that? Well, first, let's talk about what causes the telomerase to deactivate. Okay. These telomerase can literally stop working. How they stop working? First and foremost, they stop working when you have zero purpose in life. Okay. When you feel lackadaisical, when you feel you have nothing that you're really living for. And if you look around in our world, there's probably a lot of people feeling like I got nothing to live for because they're very plugged into media. Okay. Uh, Loss of love. Let's say you lose a loved one. Let's say you have no self-love for yourself. You just don't love yourself. Let's also talk about the violence on the planet and how much violence we see. So, if somebody experiences a lot of abuse, whether it's domestic abuse, child abuse, PTSD, they've watched a lot of violence. These telomerase will literally start to shut down and deactivate. And that starts the aging process prematurely. Okay. Now, poor nutrition. So let's say if you take a look at the American world along with the American diet, what do we have? Poor nutrition, a lot of violence, incredible amounts of abuse, a lot of loss, people feeling as if they have no purpose. They feel isolated, a lack of love, a lack of self-love, and God knows a lack of love for others. What is the narrative that is being pushed in the world right now, especially in this country, based on a way that you voted? So you'll cut out your friends and family? What? Who would push a narrative as that? Thank you, media. Who would push that? So let's get back down to the why. Why? Why would heads of government, why would heads of media, corporations push the amount of violence, loss, lack of love, poor nutrition to support and push what? Unhealthy, broken down bodies, unhappy, no longer youthful, and literally shutting down the experience to live, enjoy. Okay, maybe I'm getting a little off topic, but I'm getting pretty passionate. I'm like, oh my God, when you think about it, it's like, what? Now, let's get back to what activates the telomerase. What activates those? Self-love, self-care, joy, gratitude, purpose, good nutrition, a positive outlook on life, and being of service to others. So when you are being all those things, when you are loving your life, feeling of purpose, feeling a deep sense of gratitude, you activate these beautiful little telomerase in your body that go and then talk to the telomeres and say, we are going to ask you to extend. And I say it like that because I want you to think of your body as this temple and a community of all of these beautiful little beings, these conscious beings, whether they're amoebas or I don't even know, like all the little beautiful beings in the body, right? The chromosomes, the nucleus, all of these things are conscious communities in your body, inside your human, what do you want to call it? A meat suit. I hate calling it a meat suit. It just sounds so gross, but it's true. Okay. Those telomerase go and add the extensions to the telomeres, which live on the ends of your chromosomes. And your cells can continue to divide and continue to thrive, continue to love, continue to be happy. And so all it takes is you sitting down and writing out gratitude every day. What if you What if you wrote out a gratitude list? What if you just sat and meditated in the space and thanked everything around your world, from, your children to your pets to the trees in your yard to the clean, crispy sheets that you get to crawl into bed, to the gas that's in your car, to the fact that you have hearing and you can listen to podcasts, to the fact that you can eat delicious food, or you can choose to eat not so delicious food, but be thankful that you have the opportunity. You have choice. You have choice in the matter of every single thing you do in your day. You have choice to go stand out in the beautiful cold or to come into a warm home. You have choice to take a hot bath or a hot shower, like all of these beautiful things to be thankful for. And so in this moment, as I share with all of you, like I am thankful that I get to have this experience of having a podcast and sharing my stories and sharing the little wisdom that I have on the 53, almost 54 years of being on this planet, to be able to snuggle up with my son. Like I'm so thankful to snuggle up and cuddle with him every morning. I am so thankful for my beautiful dogs, the family, the friends that I have. I am thankful for Culver's and the ice cream that we got to buy from them this evening. I'm thankful for my parents. I'm thankful for so much. I am thankful for this incredible body of mine that keeps moving and keeps pumping blood and keeps doing all the things that it's supposed to do. You know, life is such a blessing. And when you get right down to really looking around, I mean, if you're listening to this while driving, like, thank you, God, you have a car. You have a car that's working today. Thank you, God, that you're on time. Thank you, God, that I don't know, got your kids to school on time, or thank God you just got to wake them up, even if you got them to school late because they were late. But thank God they woke up and you woke up and everybody's here today. There's so much to be grateful for. And I just want to take a moment to share that when you begin rooting yourself into that energy every morning, every day, even if you want to do it 10 times a day, or morning, afternoon, and at night, I promise you, if you took on doing a gratitude journal, which I'm going to do this, by the way, I'm going to do this for the next 30 days because I haven't done this in a long time and I haven't stayed really committed to it. I, I challenge you, do this with me from here on out, the next 30 days. Do a gratitude journal, or even if you just sit in the morning and you wake up and you put your hands on your heart and you just say, thank you, God, for all the things. Or it may just be your higher power. It may be maybe just you're talking to space because maybe you don't believe in God, whatever it is, that you just sit in that moment with your eyes closed and you feel it and you start thanking your world, thank the universe for all that is in this moment, all that you have, the ability to stretch, the ability to stand, the ability to drink hot coffee, the ability to like snuggle up to a pet or a friend or a lover or your children. Thank God that your legs are working. Thank God that you can see. Thank God that you can hear. Thank God that you can taste. You can taste the flavors of food. Thank you, God, for every ounce of everything in life. Thank you, God, for the job I have. Thank you, God, for the people I get to see every day. Thank you, God, whatever it is. And begin to resonate in that feeling. And when you resonate in that feeling, you will literally feel your body lift, your energy expand, your heart swell. You will begin to feel lighter, more joy, more peace, more gratitude. And when you start your day off with that every single day, it is crazy the amount of miracles and blessings that come your way. I mean, absolutely wild. And it will be amazing to see how your body internally shifts, your eyes soften, your skin radiates, and people begin to see it. And it's amazing how many people will want to talk to you. You'll have people randomly walk up to you and just want to like talk with you, especially at the store. Happens all the time. And I encourage you, be with those people because it's a blessing, because you're a blessing. And we get to be blessings for one another every single day. Like the beautiful joy of just being in this world, in community with others. And think about the community of others within your body and the joys that they get to get up every day. Every morning, those cells wake up with you and they begin to work with one within themselves, like this unifying force within your body begins to work and communicate in love and in partnership. You are in partnership with your body. It really is that. Your soul and your body are in partnership. Treat it like a temple. Love it like a temple. And be thankful that you are breathing this air, feeling this sunshine, feeling the crispness of it, of the air, or the warmth of the air, whatever it is, wherever you're standing. But on this Thanksgiving, I just want all of you to feel the gratitude and the magnitude of who you are, the gift that you are. Feel that, thank that, be that, live that, because you are special. You are amazing. You radiate love if you choose. And I say, go be that, go do that. And I thank each and every one of you for being on this journey with me, for tuning in to my show and listening. I hope that what I share makes a difference and resonates and activates you and inspires you just to have a new thought for yourself, to have a new perspective of who you are, to remind you that you are the most incredible human being on this planet. And without you, it just wouldn't be the same. I wouldn't be the same without you. We would not be the same without each other. We are all here working together to raise the frequency of this amazing planet. Imagine if 1 million of us in a single city, 11 million of us, 12 million of us, just think in one day, what could occur if everybody stood rooted firm in love and gratitude? It's mind-blowing. I don't even know that we could really fathom what's possible. But that's what this is about. This is about standing in gratitude and joy and love. And let's not just have it one day a year, y'all. Let's make it an everyday adventure. So, okay, back to the challenge. 30 days, that's kind of a lot. If you can make it to 7 days, that is a win, okay? That's a win because 7 days is huge. But I want to challenge you. If you hit that 7-day mark, do 8 days. You hit that 8-day mark, do 14 days. You hit that 14-day mark, do 20 days. Keep going. Keep going. Don't give up. Don't stop. And I urge you to come back here and share with me what opened up. Share in the comments what opened up as a result of you standing inside of gratitude. So I didn't want this to be too long, but I got really excited. We will get back to balance, I promise. I am going to be also sharing some really beautiful souls on the show pretty soon. I'm going to be doing some coaching. So those of you who listen to my podcast, you want to hear a little bit of my style of how I coach. So that way, if it's something that you want to take on, something that resonates for you, you're going to learn and hear just how I work with people. So I will be having those ladies coming soon. I'm really excited to be sharing that. But I do want to wish all of you a beautiful, magical, amazing, safe, joyful, pleasant Thanksgiving. Love on friends, love on family. For those of you who are choosing to do Thanksgiving quietly by yourselves, because I know some friends that are doing that and they're like, yeah, I'm just going to have a nice downtime for myself. Give thanks to you and love on you. And if you are going to share with friends and family, love on those friends and family. Open your heart wide, open the doors wide, and just allow love in. Allow it to pour through your body. It is the elixir and it is the healing energy. It is the fountain of youth. It is that which will keep you youthful, keep you younger, keep your body more alive. And it adds youth and years to your life. Do that for yourself. You're worth it. So thank you so much. I look forward to talking with all of you on the next show. Again, if you are looking for opportunities to do some energy healing, some mentoring, and some work, the links are below. You can schedule time with me. You can also shoot me an email, but I'm sending you all so much love. Happy Thanksgiving. And I look forward to talking with you on the next episode. Have a great day. Thank you for coming on this healing adventure today. If you're starting to see how everything is falling into place for you, consider rating the show and sharing it with one of your friends. Keep that spirit alive and join me next week, same place, same time. Have a great week.